Hello everyone and welcome to Homestead for Living. I wanted to start the video off showing our latest arrivals. They hatched a couple of days ago and we've got a blend of Cuckoo Marans, Americanas, and dual purpose mixed breeds in there. And so I wanted to continue to do videos following our hatchery journey and encouraging other folks to maybe dip their toe in the water as well. We stumbled across this by accident when somebody gave us an incubator. We threw some of our eggs in there to see how they do, and we had a great hatch rate, and we were immediately able to sell those for around $4 or $5 a chick. And then, because I was so intrigued, I went out to buy more chicks and get some good breeding stock, and I stumbled across somebody doing it in the city in Nashville, and they were living in a little suburban house with a small suburban yard, and they had a little laying flock in the back. And I went into a bedroom about this size, and it was stacked with incubators, and they were running a large business out of there, really clean, really quiet, and I think doing pretty well financially. So it made me realize that this is a really good sideline, a really good intro into making money from your farm right away. You don't need a ton of land, you don't need a ton of expertise. We just threw eggs in and Googled how to hatch eggs and did pretty well for ourselves. So we're already expanding. We just bought a new incubator. I'm gonna try that out and see how it does, and I'll do a review on that in probably about 3 weeks when we know how well it worked, because it's pretty price accessible. It was one of the cheaper ones. It has a good volume, holds 56 eggs. I think it cost us $150 or so. But there are incubators on the market for as little as $20 that I've seen. Here's the free one. We've got a fresh run. We've been throwing eggs in there as quickly as we can generate them. These are Cuckoo Marans, and what we do is we just mark the date on them, mark what they are, and then we toss them on in there. And so what I want to talk about today is the next step we're taking. So we've been having some good luck selling chicks, and they get a great profit margin because those chicks, they hardly eat anything for the first week. They really start eating a lot after that. So you're barely putting any grain into them, and you're getting a great rate of return. And our breeding stock is just our home flock of 18 birds. And 18 birds, just that little home-sized flock, first of all, we could feed them without grains if we had to on this property. We have plenty of food here. And also it's just the normal size laying flock that your average homesteading family probably has, and you can maintain some pretty good genetics. We've got some roosters and hens, and we make sure that we don't have any inbreeding happening, and we also select for foragers, ones that we don't breed, the ones that can't survive on a good forage diet. As you can see, they're all out here running around doing their job, eating whatever they can. And so what we're doing for our next step is we're going to just start selling fertilized eggs. So therefore people can just order them online. We can ship them out because this makes a lot of sense since we have a YouTube audience. Gabby's good at social media marketing. So we're going to be selling eggs that are fertilized that people can then put in their own incubators and hatch out to start their own flocks. So this is a way where somebody could take like $18 and start a large flock just like this and then start their own business that way. Got some more guys hard at work over here. And so I want to encourage everyone to, if you're just looking for a way to get started, there's so many reasons why this is a great way to get started. Like I said, it's super price accessible. You don't need a ton of land. I've seen people doing it in the city. It's also a lot of fun. It's really fun to wake up to chicks every morning and find new arrivals every day. But also it's providing us with a lot of the manure that we need on this farm to step up our market garden farm. So it's like kind of the first step to getting production going. Here's some more folks hard at work. This is one of our really good breeding roosters right here. Real docile, real friendly, good forager, good breeder. Really good breeding stock. They're hard at work on this compost pile as well, so they're really integrated into our system. They help make the compost, but the compost also helps feeding them. And as you do chickens, you can also expand. We've got our duck flock started right here. And we also have quail hard at work. They're growing up and getting big. They're just now starting to lay. And we've got the ladies laying our shippable products right here. Fresh butt nuggets. So she's not happy about it. So what we're going to be selling on the website is by the dozen. We're going to sell these hatching eggs. We're going to sell Americana, which are the bluish green ones. Really fun if you're selling eggs because people like to see those fun colors, that rainbow of eggs in their carton. We're going to be selling Cuckoo Marans. Cuckoo Marans are a favorite of mine because they're super docile. They'll come up to be held. The rooster's real friendly, but they're also good dual purpose birds. They're speckled. They lay eggs, they have good meat, good for everything, good all around homesteader. And then we're doing a rainbow mix of dual purpose birds, which is a mixture of Americana, Cuckoo Marans, black Australorp, and buff Brahma. Brahmas are great mothers too. They're really good at going broody. So that'll be a good mix for folks, I think. And so we're putting those on our website, hollowtopfarms.com. I'll put a link in case anybody wants to purchase from us. But regardless of whether you purchase from us or elsewhere or how you start your flock, I really think this is a great idea and a great way for people to start making a living, because it is just a sideline unless you decide to expand your operation, but it's a sideline that costs you almost nothing, because if you're just starting a basic layer flock for your home anyway, and then you're dropping 150 bucks on an incubator or 20 bucks on a little one, it's a very minimal expense, and you can use all of those things to expand your own flock, but then just try to sell the surplus. And if you can't sell the surplus, well, you raise them up as meat birds, and you're still getting a great value out of them. So I really do think an incubator is a great investment for anybody, unless you're deciding to just go with learning to have your hens go broody and raising chicks that way, which is a really good option. It's one we're gonna start learning, but the incubator is super accessible. We can throw it inside, we can pump eggs out, we can pump chickens out really fast. So hopefully that's some food for thought for folks. If you want some eggs, let us know and we'll ship them to you. We're starting our store online today, and we're going to track that journey as well, because using the internet to generate sales from your farm, I think, is really applicable as long as it's around. So it would be silly for us not to use that as a tool for making sales. So we'll track how we do that. We'll have Gabby do some videos about how she's setting up an online store and everything. And if you want to see how that's working so far, you can go check out hollowtopfarms.com. We're figuring it out as we go, but we do have a functional website now happening. So take a look at that if you're interested. And if you, in the meantime, everyone, just stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.